Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sean, sometimes known as The Beast, and this is a quick update collection, what's been spinning this last week or so. I like to try and show things that other people haven't shown. Obviously, if you're watching this, you've probably got a similar taste in music to mine. So there's bound to be an occasion or two where you might see the same album shown by 3 or 4 different people. And tonight is actually, well, this video is one of those cases in point. But I think it's an album that's definitely worth showing again. So we'll get cracked on and see how many errors we can make. First up is what's currently playing in the background, and it is the latest release by My Silent Wake. This is called Lost in Memories, Lost in Grief. It came out in 2024. This is actually their 12th full length on Ardua Music. This is Death Doom from the UK. This is just a superb slab of Death Doom. It's full of angst and sadness, but it's also got that like an underlying hint of hope, relief. The production is crystal clear, so every single musician can be heard, and the musicianship's flawless. Ian's gruff vocals are predominant, but Simon Bibby, who obviously, if you don't know Simon, he's the gentleman behind Thy Listless Heart, which, yeah, I would assume if you're watching this you've probably heard Thy Listless Heart in some form or another. Superb release. So with him joining on keyboards and his quieter vocals, not quieter, sorry, more what's the word, clean vocals, that's the word, mixed with Ian's gruff voice, it creates so many different layers and complexities. It's absolutely it's like a tour de force of two meetings of two different vocal styles that work in so much harmony together. It's just incredible album. Now, obviously, being collector scum, when I first saw this, I heard one track, and then it went up for pre-order. So it was a case of, yeah, buy the record, buy the CD. I'll show you the case, but obviously the CD is actually in the player. Apologies for the glare. And if you're getting it on 2 formats, you might as well get it on all 3. So, you know, collector scum. We get an inner sheet with all the wordy things on that side. We get the gentleman on that side and some thank yous and such like. The vinyl is one of my least favourite colours because it's basically not a colour. I'm not a fan of clear vinyl, to be brutally honest. However, when the music's this good, you can certainly make an exception. There is the structure of each song is really well rounded, and it carries you along in such a way that it doesn't leave you wanting more, but you'd be quite willing to listen to more if it was on offer, if that makes any sense. You know, it doesn't leave you in a, oh, there's something missing. It's more of a feeling of, oh, we could just add some more on. You know, it's not one of those albums that you think, oh, it's too long. Take 3 minutes off that song, take 5 minutes off that song. No, not this one. This is an absolute belter, and it will definitely end up in my album of the year list. Again, not sure where, But yeah, so that's My Silent Wake, Lost in Memories, Lost in Grief. Slightly changing genre. Well, nothing slightly about it, it's massively changing genre. This next band were one I actually bought. This as part of a Transcending Obscurity. We're doing one of their like buy one get one for next to nothing type thing. A couple of albums I wanted, a couple of albums I thought, yeah, I'll give it a blast. This is actually one of the ones that I thought, yeah, I'll give it a blast, and I'm really glad I did. Now, hopefully, we know Transcending Obscurity like to make the covers as shiny as shit, so hopefully it won't be too bad. But this is Terror Builder and their album Solar Temple. This came out in 2023. It is their debut full length. As I said, it's on Transcending Obscurity. This is they actually classed as grind on Metal Archives, but I think it's more of death metal with a blackened edge. There is some little nods to grind, I suppose, in some of the ferocity, but it's got some superb, crushing, heavy as balls riffs. There is that little bit of sort of the ferocity you associate with black metal, but there's also a sort of a groove that runs beneath, that underpins it all the way through, that sort of helps carry the violence along, as it were. The vocals are almost backed, and they are very spiteful and full of vitriol and other words that mean vitriol that I don't know because I'm not that intelligent. But this is the growl. The guitarist adds some growls on top of the main singer, and again, it's just one of those things that the layers that it creates drag you in, smash the crap out of you, kick you back out again, and you're like, whoa, hang on, I'm not finished yet, let me back in. Now, obviously, Transcending Obscurity, it's not going to be a nice clear black vinyl. It's purple and green and blue, splattered, cartwheel, pinwheel, whatever the type of fucking wheel they call them. Again, you can sort of tolerate certain colours because of the content that it contains. But yeah, this is a really, really good album. And again, it was it sounds alright, let's buy it, as part of a package deal. And it's ended up being as good as, if not better than, the album I initially went for. So that is Terror Builder and their debut release, Solar Temple. Now, I mentioned earlier about some of the albums, that people have shown, might be shown again, and I'm pretty sure that the man, the myth, the legend that is Mark G with a C recently showed this on one of his The Buzzsaw is the Law series. If you haven't watched that yet, then you're missing out, because obviously he's the oracle of all things dirty, filthy and horrible. The band in question is Abominated. The album is called Traumatic Putrefaction. This is a 2023 release out on Gods of War. It's their debut, and this is old school death metal from Poland. But it's a modern take on old school death metal. So you can definitely hear the sort of the 90s style of death metal just being brought to date, if that makes any type of sense. It sounds brilliant in my head before the words actually come out, but yeah, so this is it's pretty much it does what you'd expect death metal to do. The vocals are absolutely blasted at you, but it's understandable. It's not Cookie Monster type like vocals. The riffs are just thick and ultra heavy. The rhythm section, it's so tight, and it forms a really like a solid killer bass for everything else to the vocals and the guitar work to I wouldn't say separate themselves, because it's all just as a one. It's superb, but it's squarely in the death metal realms. Not trying to be anything else. Not trying to be not trying to reinvent the wheel, as it were. I think this one might just be, yeah, this is just on the proper colour for a vinyl record. Oh, shiny, shiny. But yeah, it's, I mean, the chances are, if Mark is going to recommend something, then you sort of know it's what you're getting. It's going to be superb. On the inner, we have the gentleman looking hard as nails. On the other side, we have the words and such like. But yeah, if you're a fan of death metal and you want something that's, you know, buzzsaw, solid, heavy, then you won't go far wrong with grabbing a copy of this. So that's Abominated and Traumatic Putrefaction, out on Gods of War. Right, the last one for this little update is it's an album I picked up just purely because the cover intrigued me, and it was a really reasonable price. In I think I got it down in Manchester one of the last times I was down there. I've had it quite a while. The band in question are called Gozo, and the album is called Equilibrium. This came out in 2018 and is actually their fourth full length on Metal Blade. This is stoner metal rock from the USA. Now, if you were to listen to this and not take any notes of the lyrics, you'd think, oh, it's a jolly, you know, get your toes tapping and your head nodding and such like. If you then listen to the lyrical content, it's a very sorrowful tale, full of sadness and pain and loss, because most of the lyrics were written after the singer's father passed away. The slower tempo songs have an almost like psychedelic groove to them, but again, it's the production and just everything in general sort of lulls you into this sense of, oh, what a really like chilled record this is. And then when the lyrics, or when you take notice of the lyrics, you realise that, you know, it's I wouldn't say it's a tribute, but it's a very humbling way of expressing loss and sadness and sorrow through a genre of music that's, sorry, not a genre of music. This album's music is quite jolly and cheerful. Again, until until the lyrical content hits home. The inner has some messages and words on that side. It has the lyrics on this side. Obviously, with it being, there's actually if anybody gets a chance to pause it and use that. Again, it's Metal Blade, you know, to release an album. But yeah, it's a very, very sad sort of album lyrically, but musically, you know, it gets your feet tapping and the air guitar comes out and such like. So yeah, so that's Gozu and Equilibrium. So that's it for this one. If you stuck with me, thank you very much for watching. If there's any of these that you've heard, or you maybe know of the band and you want to hear more, please pop down into the comments. Sub count is gradually rising again, so to every single person that's like new subscribers and my existing subscribers, thank you very much, it's very much appreciated. The whole reason for doing this YouTube malarkey is to try and get good music, well, sorry, good music in my opinion, out to people of a similar ilk. Might be something there that you like, might be something there that you, nah, it's not for me. I like to try and make my videos have a mix of genres rather than purely focusing on, right, this is a death metal update, this is a black metal update, this is a hard rock update, this is a symphonic metal update. I'm not sure if that works, or if people would prefer it to know straight off, right, this is all going to be death metal, so just so then you don't have to bother watching it. Because, you know, obviously I probably wouldn't watch something that said this video is all about new metal, because I'm not a fan of new metal. Whereas if somebody says, oh, I'm doing an update and there's a mix of styles, there might be, somebody might show 4 albums, 3 of them I don't like, but that one album that I do, oh yeah, for me that's what it's about. Anyway, I'm waffling as normal, so thank you very much. We're back with another, there's quite a lot of stuff coming recently. Again, some of them are things I've purchased after watching people show them on YouTube. So it proves that this YouTube community does work. I mean, Mr. Boulder showed on his latest video, I think it was, an aborted album, and because I'd shown it. So that to me means it's worthwhile doing these videos. Anyway, I digress. As always, thank you very much, and until next time, cheers!